So, Guillermo del Toro, are there any secrets you're hiding from Trollhunters Rise of Titans?
No, I don't think so. I'm not hiding anything.
Are you sure?
I think you should change the subject.
So if I press this button, nothing will happen?
Yes, and don't press it.
I'm not listening to you. Okay then, here I go. What's this?
Okay, I was hiding something. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Please don't tell anyone.
I'm sorry, I have to.
Then I'm sorry.
What?
I told you not to press the button.
What's that sound? Oh, please no! Hello everybody and welcome back. Trollhunters Rise of Titans is coming sooner rather than later, and when I say later, I mean within the next 5 months, so it's out there. And I am excited, so I thought it worth covering everything we know and my thoughts and theories. So I think the perfect place to start is where we get most of our information about Trollhunters, which is the people who are working on it. People like Guillermo del Toro, the director, and Aaron Waldke, a writer. And they have stayed pretty silent on the matter, not mentioning it besides when it was announced with the logo and quote-unquote trailer, which was really more of a hype commercial. Besides that, we've basically heard nothing. And I know what you're about to say. Coolcraft, there's nothing we know about with Trollhunters Rise of Titans, so why make a video? Well, here's the thing. I started to think the same thing, but as I rewatched the season again, I began to notice things that I didn't last time, such as a giant helmet, which would have been weird by itself. The fact that it's called Trollhunters Rise of Titans shows there is likely a deeper connection. So I began to look for more evidence, and it didn't take me very long until I found this other anomaly. This hooded figure in Merlin's time map also appeared later when Jim and Callista, when they're crossing Killahead Bridge, and they don't seem to really notice her, which is kind of weird. But I think if we go back to the first clip, we can see that Merlin says,
I brought what few spellcasters I could under my protection to spare them from the...
So clearly this is a wizard that managed to escape with Merlin. So my guess is that she's using some sort of illusion magic so that the trolls won't notice her, or maybe it's just something unexplained, maybe some more time travel. Anyways, let's continue. So you know the title of Trollhunters Rise of Titans is Trollhunters Rise of Titans. We can infer from that the title Titans are going to rise. And what could that mean? I have an idea. As in Wizards, Bellrock and Skrell, we have the power to bring back the dead, as they did with Morgana, and less successfully, but still successfully, with King Arthur. That's for another episode, but my point is they shown have resurrection possibilities. And so I think that is no coincidence that the name would be Rise of Titans. So we're left with the question, is there any evidence for this in Wizards? As you may know, Guillermo del Toro, the director, loves putting in clues for the next entry in Trollhunters series. Now, if you don't believe me, go back and watch some of my early episodes about Trollhunters and find out what I mean. So I began to search. Well, it kind of found something that, it's not that important. Just kidding, it's completely insane, and it basically proves my theory with these 4 images all but confirm my theory. To find out what I mean, let's take a look at the first image. Now at first glance, it's the headquarters of the Arcane Order. But a second glance, you may realize that is a giant skull. You know it's a giant skull. Actual skull. It reminds me of, have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy? Remember that giant skull? It reminds me of that. I can't seem to have any other explanation besides that it's an actual skull. How else could it have gotten here? Did they just build it like that? It just doesn't make any sense for it to be anything else. So let's move into the next image. Yeah, I missed it too. It's a giant helmet. Nothing too special about it, but it does have a few swords stabbed into it. Besides that, there's not really much to say. It does seem really detailed for it just to be a prop and a set decoration. I thought it worth mentioning. Now these last two basically confirm my theory about gigantic titans being reformed. Yeah, that's an entire gigantic, huge body. The interesting thing to note is that it actually has armor, and that armor has the same details as Jim's armor. As you can see, speaking of this image, it does look like, in fact, Skrell could possibly be a past version of him. This goes into the meat of my theory, and now with this last image, when Morgana was resurrected for the first time, you may not have noticed these caricatures of the Arcane Order, and at the center being Morgana. It is my theory that these are not merely caricatures, but actual representations of the Arcane Order, with these bones in fact are Skrell, as you can see the resemblance with the horns. So it's pretty scary if they were to rise back into form. That's why it's my theory that Trollhunters Rise of Titans refers to the Titans, refers to the Arcane Order, and the rise to their former glory. I can just picture it. Imagine these gigantic, walking, destroying monsters. And especially considering the end of Wizards, that it's based in a city, can you imagine just some sort of King Kong moment in Rise of Titans? That would be super cool. That is my theory, and everything we know about Trollhunters Rise of Titans. Now, there are a few things that I haven't mentioned here that I'm going to be making into their own separate video. I figured it would be better to separate them because it would make this video flow a bit better. And they've got some major bombshells on the way. I've got I think it's 2 videos planned. Awesome videos. You guys are going to like them. They're not just scraping into nothing. That's kind of what's been taking me so long, is I've been doing a ton of research. I've actually watched Wizards Tales of Arcadia about 3 times since my last video was posted. Actually, not my last video. It's my last Trollhunters video. So that's kind of what's been taking so long. And The Mandalorian, of course. And I've been trying to spread out my topics. And by the way, thank you guys all for watching that Young Justice video. I mean, it is doing amazingly well. And I'm hopefully going to have another video out for that soon. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And anyways, bye-bye.